Hello and welcome back to Romancing Saga 3. I'm Luce, and last time I was not prepared for the final battles, but I have since been grinding a good bit. And as you can see, I've gotten my team quite a bit stronger, but first let's load here. Now, as you can see, I've gotten most people with the various ward skills, but the most important thing is I managed to get some high damage attacks like Doppel Slasher and the Triumvirate. Alright, I forgot to teach Triumvirate to... I've also rearranged equipment a good bit, so... I think we're gonna start with a Fire Fiend here. Last time we were able to do a good amount of damage to him. So I think we've got what we need now, but first, well, of course, this... There we are. I don't want to fight any unnecessary battles. I do appreciate that this game isn't one you can just spam attack and be fine with. There we are. Formation. Now, I've been using training a bit with Rising Phoenix, but there's actually a better one I'm going to be doing here. Desert Lance. Because you see, Flurry here is immune to cold and heat. So the heat power doesn't matter too much, I don't think. So we're going to see how well this works now that we've been training so hard. And as you can see, yeah, everyone's gotten ridiculously high weapon levels here. And also, there's a glitch. Oh, if you're wondering how Flurry can have both Shizaku, Shucho magic, as well as Genbu, apparently there's a glitch. If you use the Reviver spell and the person you cast on gets revived, that counts as the revived person using the spell for some reason. So you can actually have some silly things here. So as you can see, Flurry got Air Slash for some weird reason. I don't know. Huh. And it replaced something else. But yeah, everyone else has gotten 35 to 40 in their main stat, and we're going to be doing a lot here. Your end is inevitable. Pain of victory. This... Wall of Fire. Note that Wall of Fire is a row-hitting attack, which means with this one set up, it only hits Flurry, who is immune to fire. Yeah, the Paeon of Victory is actually a spectrum buff to all stats. However, damn it. A little annoying, but yeah, everyone has 900 HP now, so I should have a good amount of healing going. And apparently buffs in this game stack, so, oh yeah, right. I need to cast Shadow Servant to double my attacks here. However, Nora can just continue spamming Triumvirate. Darn, stunned. Ah, blazed. Yeah, there's gonna be some RNG no matter what involved, unfortunately, and I have actually gotten a decent selection of quality bombs along the way, which is nice. Air Slash. Barely does anything. Gain a victory. Get us to keep everyone's stats buffed to hell and back. I'm sure this can't end badly, right? Water of life. Triumvirate's pretty nice damage, I'd say, but... well, that worked out, actually. Doppel Shredder. Self-immolation, Water of Life on Healer. Excellent. I get to use it twice, thanks to Doppelganger. 800, not bad. 8,000, not bad. Not the damage cap like I was hoping, but it works, I guess. Water of Life. Air Slash. Gaze. Yeah, straight up everyone's immune to gaze now. There's no point in not having them, I think. Triumvirate. Water of Life. Here we are. And now, copy it. Note that apparently when I use the Pan of Victory, the Spectrum buff, it actually, it technically disables the flee command, but obviously these are boss fights. These are ride or die anyways, so I don't care. Bird song. A little painful. Ow. Blaze it. Darn it. Quit smoking, damn you. Oh, crap, we lost Undine. I was not ready for that. Doppel Slasher. And, of course, my Doppelganger is going to be helping out here. Ray of Hope. Earth Heal on Self. Heat Wave. Not as bad as it could have been, I suppose. Doppel Slasher. Reaper's Scythe. Yeah, everyone's immune to that, so... Actually, no. I should keep him alive because that Doppel Slasher is keeping us alive. Earth Heal. Above all else, I need Julian alive because he's my main damage dealer. Of course he aims the back row. Why wouldn't he? I think this should finish him. Yep, it did. Oh dang, but look at how low my damage went. Without the doppelganger, it really makes a difference. And that is the first Sinistral down. I see the enemies are still here, presumably so that if all else fails, you can just continue to grind like I did. I see no reason not to heal up since we have free healing. And as you've noticed, I've been healing, I've been abusing it quite a lot to grind, so I'm in good shape here. Honestly, this would be a lot easier if I could give my entire party the Shadow Servant or whatever, but I realize that is not happening. Alright, check the gear. Actually, I guess I might not need Reaper Scythe immunity since she's immune to instant death, but it's whatever, I suppose. I wish I had more nightcaps, though. It's not needed for this particular fight, though, so I might want to bring the Duel Master. Oh, right, inventory's full. I don't know why I have this headband. Fine boots. Alright, let's get our formation in charge. Rising Phoenix plays decoy in the middle. This one seems to be a pretty good one so far, from what I can tell. So I'm gonna stick with it. Hey there, buddy. You shall beg for mercy that will never come. I have to change the field from Earth immediately, because they start with a home field advantage that I'd rather not have to deal with. Blackjack. Not as bad as it could have been, but he gets 2 actions in a turn due to his boss status, so we'll have to be very wary. Either way, casting all these non-Earth elemental spells should be good, I think. Flailing Spin, ha! Self-immolation. Of course it didn't do anything. Why wouldn't it? Why would it? Shadow Servants. Triumvirate. Water Column on... Yeah, let's get Water Column onto more people where possible, because I think this will be important. All in Assault. 500. Triumvirate. At least the nice thing about Alokez here is he doesn't have any major gimmicks. He doesn't charm, he doesn't petrify, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't sleep, he just has high damage, which is workable. Ugh, that's bad. Oh, come on, how is it not changed? Triumvirate. 500 HP, good. Pain of Victory. Increase our damage best you can. Ding! Seismic Strike. Doppelslasher. I lost my doppelganger, unfortunately. Oh, come on, how is that still Earth? You know what? Those... Hasten Time. This is extremely cheap, but you know what? I don't care I genuinely don't care anymore. Shadow Servant. Triumvirate. Lunar Light. Hasten Time devours all MP, but for a certain period of time... Well, it does... Our team will always go first. Seismic Strike. Lunar Light. Hasten Time. Here we go. Excellent. Everyone's in water formation. Ray of Hope on her. And Doppelslasher. Triumvirate. Lunar Light on her. Alright. And of course, because I have a Shadow Servant with me, my only regret was I couldn't get on Nora too, because look at that sexy, sexy damage. 9k. That's almost the damage cap. The damage cap being 9,999, of course. Throw. Missed. Snake Blaster. Counter. That's not going to do anything, but I guess it's worth my time. Triumvirate. No, Pain of Victory. Keep everyone buffed. Triumvirate. Yeah, Lunar Light. Keep everyone alive. We'll always go first before Alakaz this way, so it should work. Slam. Dancing Power. Actually, maybe I should have her use Triumvirate as well. We're just gonna go all out on this turn. Yeah, Lunar Light on him. Triumvirate. She's not as strong as Nora, but she's still pretty strong. Yeah, see? That was worth my time, I think. Oh yeah, that's the damage cap, baby. Seismic Strike. Dancing Power. Ha! Negated it because of counter. I knew keeping... Oh, wow! I was gonna say I knew keeping counter on him was a good idea, but wow, that worked out better than expected. The Sinestral of Earth is gone, as is Fire. MP up? HP up. Shiver's Ward. Oh dear. Might as well empty that out. Resistant to heat. A little late for that. Although it's not too late for the fish scale to be useful, because we do have to still fight the one of water. Alright, that's 2 down. Feeling good. Alright, we need to make sure everybody has something that's immune to water. Yeah, Genbu armor, immune to water. That's fine. Matriarch's helm, or rubber soles. Fainting. I guess I can replace the ring of fending temporarily with a fish scale. Yeah, I don't need the mage ring on her, but I do need the fish scale. I don't need Budogi, honestly. Nor the rigid leather. Seiryu, silver glove, fang amulets. Resistance to ailments is okay, but there's no ailments aside from instant death. Although, actually, I could probably use the instant death protection of Royal Ring. And silver glove I'll replace with the fish scale. Nightcap. Replace that with fish scale. And everyone has a fish scale now, right? Or some level of water immunity. Yes. Lucky for me, those generic enemies in this area drop fish scales, so I was lucky. I was able to get a decent amount of drops out of this. Oopsie. Yeah, I was grinding a handful of these guys just to... Oopsie. Just to get my stats up. As you can imagine, it took a decent length of time. And actually, there was actually a few times where everyone on the team had the exact same amount of HP, now that I think about it. Just because of how much I was grinding. Do I still want Phoenix Formation? I think I do, yes. So, we'll do that. Heed the power of the Abyss. Yeah, Air Slash replaces, it's buggy. It's replacing Squall. Not that I cast it, but it is a funny thing. Hasten time. I don't want to hasten time with Undine because she's gonna be powerless. Oh, I can cast Revive now, so might as well get on her. Actually, it might be good to get on her. No, she's immune to instant death, so I should do that. Actually, no, I need the decoy to be alive. Defend. Yeah, because we need to... I can't be turning this into a water field. We need to make sure this converts from a water field so that Fornius stops healing. Giant swing! Haha! Screw you, Fornius! Squall. He's wasting his time, isn't he? Hasten time. That's gonna force into water. Oh yeah. Whoops. Oh well, water column. You know, I never tested out what happens if you use 2. I imagine it's gonna extend the duration, but oh my. Squall. Yeah, it's so how cute that he's doing that. Doppelslasher. Triumvirate. Hasten time. Let's do something really stupid. Shadow Servant time, haha. It probably just extends it, but I guess it's a decent duration. Yeah, I'm way out damaging his heal, so I don't need to worry about that 999. I accidentally made Undine useless. I won't. Don't worry, I won't do that stupidity later. I just genuinely was curious how that was gonna even work, if it even let me. But yeah, it lets me. Mighty Cyclone. Yeah, it just increases the duration, it looks like. Frost. That does nothing. Way of Focus. Triumvirate. Doppel. Way of Focus. It might even reset it, actually, now that I think about it. Huh. Oh yeah, I need to cast the Paeon of Victory. That's really, yeah, as I can confirm now for absolute sure that, yeah, buffs slowly degrade over time if you aren't reapplying them. Paeon of Victory. I could have also used a potion on Nora now that I think about it. But yeah, as long as I keep the Paeon of buffs going, it should be... Yeah, exactly. The more I can get the deal damage cap, the better, in my opinion. Yeah, see how much better that damage was? Not as good as it could have been, but that's because I didn't use it for 2 turns like I should have. Maelstrom. Instant death is the big problem from this thing. Okay, good. Everyone just took regular damage. Thunder. Useless. Useless and useless. Punishing Palm. Punch. Oh wow, that's not bad. Shows what happens when you're stacking buffs. And that's kind of my strategy, as you can see. Stack the hell out of buffs, Doppel Slasher with as many Shadow clones as I possibly can. And that's basically with him and Nora. This would be so much faster if Nora also had Doppel, but what can you do? Double thrust. Frost. Punishing Palm. Pain of Victory. Doppel Slasher. Triumvirate. Quality Bomb to keep him up. I got a ton of Quality Bombs as random drops from enemies, so I'm in good shape, I think. Oh yeah! Alright, so what have we learned? Don't waste my hasten time. But at the same time, I do think hasten time is a genuinely powerful ability simply because it guarantees my team always goes first. So I don't mind eating all of Flurry's MP to use that, because as you can see, he's got a decent martial arts stat. Undine, however, has nothing to fall back on, and with no items that, actually, speaking of inventory. Yeah, equip another Quality Bomb. Did anyone else use one? I don't think so, no. Holy Grail on Nora was a genuinely great idea, I think. But yeah, it was mostly this area, for the record, that I was learning all these skills on. Honestly, for a while, I think even when I hit like 800 HP, I had more than enough to beat all these bosses. The issue was I needed more stuff that could actually deal damage, and that's why the buff song for Monica and everyone else was going all out is the big deal. Bune's time. Rolling clap shivers. Ooh. Here's Bune. Alright, I need to do it Riven's Quit Win. We do no longer need the, fish scales. We want the Ring of Fending now. Have the custom techniques. Tempting. But first, yeah, I think I should go with the defensive one here, so... That was a Ring of Fending, right? Yes. Fish scale for the Ring of Fending. Yeah, I don't need the Mage Ring on her, I don't think, since I don't cast as often as I thought I would. Because mostly I'm going to be using the Matriarch Spear for the Pan of Victory. Fish scale... I'm keeping the Royal Ring, but Fish scale I'm going to have to replace with... Ring of Fending might not be half bad, actually. Yeah, everyone was going to want one of these, I think. No Nightcap. Immune to sleep, because I need as many people immune to sleep as possible. I am destined to rule, not to be bested by common filth. Water Column. Pan of Victory. Shadow Servants. Revive. Water Column. Siren. Oh dear. Pan of Victory. I do like the little animations they give the sprites to the major bosses. It's not a huge deal. I imagine they were static in the Super NES, but it does give them a bit of personality like this. Trinity Blaster. Yes, please waste it, if you please. That'd be much appreciated. Water column. Yeah, I'm gonna have to convert this to, I'm gonna have to do quick in time fairly soon. Water column. Thunderball. Sorry, we're all immune to lightning, buddy. Oh wow, I'm hitting the cap already. Yeah, we're all immune to gazes. Oh my. Suction, darn it. You know what? Hasten time. Ray of Hope to heal him. Doppel Slasher. Triumvirate. Lunar Light. I still have my Shadow Servant, so that should help. Gaze. Yes, please waste your turn gazing into the abyss. Trinity Blaster. Yes, please waste all of them on the one who can actually take the hits. Alright. Hasten time. Excellent. And as mentioned, it does force it into water mode, so... Pan Victory. Doppel Slasher. Triumvirate. Yeah, I should probably keep Julian up at all costs. That didn't work. I guess she's immune to gravity, or it just missed, because it can't just miss, you know. Whatever, we're in good shape here. At the end of the day, Flurry is just here to be a nice tank and distraction. And they do that job well. Julian and Nora are the main DPS with Undine and Monica as the support and backup damage dealers. Rising Earth. .360 Delta. Splash. Yeah, Lunar Lights keep her up. Magic has some really great damage, especially against groups of enemies, but I definitely... my physical damage dealers are the big nukers here. Although it helps that I can never possibly drop Julian, so of course he's going to be my strongest character. Oh, she got rid of his Shadow Servant. Well, that's moderately annoying. Rising Earth. .360 Delta. Splash. Ha! It's missing. Shadow Servant. Triumvirate. Nobody specifically needs this, so... I think Nora's missing it still, so let's give one to Water Column to Nora, since we have a free moment to do so. Hey, and a victory! Water Column. Yeah, this is gonna waste my... darn it. I guess I don't have a choice but to just use my regular attacks. Trinity Blaster is a wasted turn. Yeah, see? Yeah, this is just doing 200 or so damage to my front row. I can handle that. Yeah, she's just gonna keep removing my doppelganger, so I'm gonna do it this way. Water Column to keep everyone else alive. And the only reason I'm not having Undine attack instead of... is because, I don't know if Bune is immune to lightning, due to being, you know, the Wind Sinistral, the Wind Demon Lord. Oh, there we are. And that is all four. Genbu up, Spear up, HP up. And that's all of them. Yeah, my safety save was a bit too far back, so I decided to go further in and just grind myself to maximum power. I don't regret it, at least. Yeah, these guys weren't too rough, but we have to remember they're still the final boss. This power, just what is it? Still, I feel pretty good having everyone with such high HP. It's a nice cushion in case I make any mistakes. And that is the nice thing about grinding a bit. I imagine I could have honestly have done this as early as the 800. It's just a matter of the, you know, the skills to back it up. Shivers. Alright, I'm gonna grab a sip of my drink, and we'll go to the final boss. I wanted to just beat all these bosses in one go, so fingers crossed. Ah. I probably don't need sleep immunity anymore, so let's get everyone who doesn't missing one to bring offending. Oh, she's already got one. Evil Mask. Immune to gazes, huh? What's the nightcap here? And what's the better stat? Yeah, this is better defenses in general. Evil Mask. Which also means I can remove her gaze immunity, so... I guess Net's alright. Alright, let's check everyone's equipment, make sure I've... row ring? Yeah, it's immune to instant death. Although I guess if I have that, then she doesn't need, Reaper's Scythe immunity. Alright. Time to go where Sarah and the boy are. Alright, wish me luck, everyone. Let's end this. It's no time to be scared, justice shall prevail. Let's see if my weapons truly stand the test of time. I have devoted all my life to my mystical arts. Time to see if my training has paid off. I refuse to let death claim us this day. Death is not a foregone conclusion, so stop pretending that it is. Oh, neat. I do like when each character has their own little line before the final boss. Very cheesy, but it's my kind of cheesy, I think. Water column. Pain of victory. Self-immolation. No. Revive. Revive, water column. We need to support, get all of our support stats and everything up while we're still early in here. Oh my. If I had known it had a net, I would have given that to everyone. Oh well. I just noticed a lot of enemies around here had net attacks. Oh shoot, that's why they all had net attacks, to make sure your whole party would be able to be immune to it. Keep Julian alive at all costs because he's my main damage dealer. Water column. Playing Romancing Saga. Hello, Iko, welcome to stream. I actually don't know. I've only played Romancing Saga 2 and now 3. As a buddy gifted me those and recommended them very highly. Bone Crusher, oh my. Now, do I want to hasten time, or do I want to hold back? Let's hold back for now, because it doesn't seem to be doing too much as far as damage here goes, so... Doppel Slasher and Triumvirate. I do highly recommend Romancing Saga 2, if only because I've never played another game like it. Rather than following one, it even had a remake, a 3D remake recently on Steam, which is always quite nice. I think on other platforms as well, but I mostly play these on Steam. Yeah, because instead of following a specific character, it follows a kingdom, so even if your main protagonist dies, whoops, oh well, you just select an heir and continue on. So it does have permadeath, but in a way, it creates stories in and of itself. Lightning Crash. Ooh. Ultrasonic Wave. Ugh. Doppel Slasher. And with your Shadow Servant, excellent. Paean of Victory. I wish she could have gotten hers off first so that Julian's attack would hurt more, but whatever. Triumvirate. At least Nora's hits harder, too. I actually am getting all my turns out before he does, basically. Ectoplasm Net. Dodge. Ah, good, he revived. It did. Oh crap, that instant. I didn't realize that Ectoplasm Neck. Oh my, that's an instant kill. Moonding should probably keep everyone up. As nice as more damage against the boss would be, I should probably take advantage while it's still relatively passive. Oblivion is not doing any of its, what I'm guessing are its major kill moves yet. Ultrasonic waves. Ow. Thunder Fury. Unfortunately, that Thunder Fury is not very furious. Eclipse. Oh dear. Is this the Death Eclipse? The thing that causes everything that born that year to die. Void Wings. I'm not liking this. Oh dear. Hasten Time. Pain of Victory. Doppelslasher. Triumvirate. Oblivion. Oh, dang, that's creepy. And the fact that we took damage implies to me this is a special field effect. So I'm gonna have to hope that Hastening Time will bring everyone to water again. And I can use Lunar Light to keep her alive. I believe Julian still has his Phoenix ability available, so that should be fine. Lunar Light. Triumvirate. Doppelslasher. As long as my Shadow Servant is still up. Oh, it's not. How bothersome. Force it into a water field, my friend. Although it looks like we all Duke attack first. Ah, it is a water field. Keep Nora up. Quality Bomb. Pan of Victory. I don't... This is... Yeah, I'm trying to be... Yeah, these items are actually quite... These bombs are genuinely good. I don't know why people sleep on them so much. Triumvirate. Unfortunately, I'm at the point where I might be better off just using Doppel Slash twice in a row as opposed to using Shadow Servant and then immediately losing it to something. Pummel of Wisdom. Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been. Try a disaster. Chaos Disaster. Okay, no damage. Some damage, but not as bad as it could have been, for sure. Shadow Servant again. Triumvirate. It's a bit risky, but I think it's going to be worth it. Punishing Palm. Pain of Victory. Shadow Servant. Triumvirate. Abyssal Winds. Ow. Not as bad as it could have been, at least. Ugh. Destructive power of the Abyss is increasing. We cannot hold it back any longer. That's either from Sarah, the boy, or both. In which case, alright. Triumvirate. Pain of Victory. Shadow Servant. Triumvirate. Thunderclap. Pain of Victory. Buff everyone up one last time for one last... Alright. Oops, I accidentally Shadow Servant casted both. Oops, I should have attacked. Oh, this is bad. Triumvirate. Sadly, Shadow Servants do not stack. It would have been hilarious if they could, but they won't. Thunderclap. Pummel of Wisdom. Chaos Disaster. Alright, good, it's wasting its turns. Quality Bomb. Oops, I shouldn't have used... Well, it's fine. He's my main DPS. Doppel Slasher. Now, Shadow Servant. Slash it again. Good, hit the cap. Oh, wow! I guess I did grind a little too hard. Harder than I needed to, I mean. Oh yeah, the game thought it beat me by wrapping me in the abyss, but little do they realize, it's not. I'm not trapped in there with it. It's trapped in there with me. Did we do it? Did we stop the Oblivion, the Death Eclipse? Oh dear. Oh, come on, I killed... Come on, I killed you. Your powers are gone. Just die already. Speaking of which, I read that I'm told that the Japanese name of the final boss is the Destroyer, but I can see why they went with Oblivion. It gets across the same, not to mention, from my understanding of the story, it's basically the embodiment of the Death Eclipse. So, is this the moon of the world? Oh no. Oh, both the moon, sun, and world are all destroyed. Hey, my map! Don't you know it took a while to make that thing? So, did I accidentally destroy the world by destroying Oblivion? But I thought Oblivion was... its goal was to destroy the world. That's why I was trying to stop it. I'm worrying over nothing. It's gonna be clear what's to happen. So is this like that Futurama where they accidentally saw the end of the universe, but then everything was recreated? Huh. Yeah, I think that's what's happening here, or maybe like the end of Mario Galaxy. Because Mario Galaxy had a surprisingly neat ending. More than I've expected from a Mario game, anyway. Alright, so we destroyed the world, but because we killed Oblivion, we were able to get it back, it looks like. Ooh, pretty. Like those scenes from 2001 Space Odyssey. Julian, your efforts in protecting Monica are laudable. Mikhail, I've decided I wish to be with Julian. I want to marry him. Your status prevents you from wedding a commoner. Julian, henceforth you shall bear the title and holdings of Baron of Loine. Ah! I have faith that you will serve the kingdom with dignity and grace. Ah. No one will be able to raise objections. Now no one can raise objections. May you live your life as you see fit. Mikhail, thank you, thank you. Ah, that's sweet. Lord, Monica, let's go. I was wondering if the two were gonna run off, but to Michaela granting a title and status to Julian so they can marry proper is good too. I'm glad I chose Julian as my starting protagonist. Ah, the Knight of Leonid has chosen his wife. Ah, the Professor and the Duke of Zweig. Tina and Paul are closing out the sacrifice cave for good. Ward is still doing his hunting and fishing. Well, he's good at it. With the abyssal gates closed and Oblivion ended, we have finally... Oh, hey, it's the Robins. Yep, I knew it. As soon as I realized they had different sprites than everyone else, I knew. Yeah. My only regret was I couldn't fit Robin into the party, but I probably should have swapped Flurry for him, if we're honest. Julian decides to go off on an adventure, presumably with Monica with him. I'm glad I kept Monica on the party. I didn't have to, but I wanted to because it felt thematic, and I don't regret it at all. Even if it's a standard JRPG ending of the heroes save the day and marry the princess, it felt a lot better with both being on the party together, you know? They really were a team to the end, no matter what kind of party I made. The poor Emperor, seduced by the powers of darkness, but at least it looks like the kingdom will get by without him. The wise old lady is certainly in... Oh, oh my. Peony. Yeah, a friend, since I was in the final area and couldn't leave, my friend was fine spoiling me a bit. I didn't realize I could go back and recruit the fairy, otherwise I would have, because, well... I mean, why wouldn't I? In case you haven't noticed, I'm Fae adjacent myself. Would have been so thematic to have her on the team, but oh well. Captain Black Sparrow has been entered back as youth and power. I was tempted to bring him, I won't lie, but I felt Nora was just in really, really good shape, you know? Oh yeah, and I was correct. It looks like Lady Moose is indeed the Magikarp type of character. Not only that, but you can raise her in any way you like, and she'll excel at it, so I definitely would have... She's definitely the kind of character I'd enjoy raising if this wasn't my first playthrough, just because that's a lot to go. And Julian and his friends faced their final foe beyond the bonds of fate. They never again once backed down from oblivion and clawed their way from the precipice of death, heroes all. Through a total eclipse, winds from the abyss, and the howl of the great dark accosted them. Our champions did not falter. Their strength stood toe-to-toe with destruction itself, and in victory creation emerged. Were we to know where their path next leads them? Yeah, in retrospect, I probably should have raised the minstrel. Ah, there's Flurry! Yeah, sadly, Flurry's basically a meme character. But I'm glad I was able to find a use for them in the end. Undine was able to get quite a few... Yeah. Undine, like I said, Undine reminded me a lot of my tabletop character, except with actual, you know, healing. Including being surprisingly tanky if built right, so I'm glad I brought her. I don't know why I didn't in the first place. Flurry. Definitely one I don't regret. Yeah, and like I said, you can actually get in more magic than you're supposed to through a bug, where if a unit is revived by the reviver spell, they get Shucho Arts. They have a chance of getting Shucho Arts, even though they're not supposed to be able to. Monica. Yeah, I had no idea what to do with her at first, but as soon as I gave her Byakko Arts and her spear instead of her rapiers, I knew I found her role in the party, and she felt significantly better ever since. Love it. Yeah, I guess between Nora and the blacksmith... There we are. Yeah, her shoot charge was entirely just for self-support, as you saw. She was the physical attacker more through and through. And I guess between her and the Monster Hunter Wilds one, I seem to be liking the blacksmith girls. Young boy. Yeah, I didn't have time to use him at all. I probably should have raised him a bit. If only because, I don't know, just for thematic purposes. Oh well. As Sarah, I did actually use a good bit, so it's... the only reason I dropped her was because I wanted to use Undine, and it's good because if I had realized you can't use her after the 4 Abyss gates dropped, I wouldn't have raised her to begin with. Yeah, Julian I most definitely do not regret. I wish... my only regret is that I made him focus on swords more than bows, but I think that might have just been luck, because I managed to get a very powerful sword attack in Gale Slash, and then of course Doppel Slash, long before I got a good bow skill. So even though I was planning to use bows, I just had way too much invested in his sword to give up, so I decided to go, I'll just go all in on that. And as you saw, that was very much worth it, even hitting the damage cap at times. So even though the Abyss caught me by surprise, more or less... Oh, I didn't have the, guess that's another Dragon Lord I didn't fight. Yeah, it turns out there's a handful of stuff I missed. Still, I'm not bothered by it. Like I said, a lot of games, both old and new, don't mind you missing a decent amount of the content in your first playthrough, especially since this one lets you play as 8 different characters. And thus, it's definitely designed with the intent, like a lot of open-world games would in the future, and the few that did before, like Zelda 1, they don't mind if you miss a bit, as long as you get the good stuff, have a good time, and maybe consider playing again later. And honestly, the only thing I'd say the game is really weak with is the end game there, if only because the final dungeon was just, honestly, not very interesting, if we're blunt. As you saw, it's just 2 screens and a boss for each major area. There's no way to there's no way to change up your spells, your extra storage, nothing fun like that, which is honestly kind of disappointing. And I do get past the point of no return, but at the same time, like, the World of Darkness in the NES Final Fantasy III... Yeah, Fulbright's one I kind of wish I had considered using, but I'd already had my team by the time I found out he was even recruitable. But I also missed the elephant recruitable character, which is also a shame. Oh well. I might have used him instead of Flurry, but whatever. I still was able to win with a team I genuinely liked, with a setup I genuinely liked, and at the end of the day, that's what I care about more than anything else. And I'm glad to know my grinding skills are still good. In fact, this fight the final boss was a lot easier than I was expecting for Blunt. I genuinely thought it was going to be a slog, but no. Now granted, I was told that, yeah, my plan to already kill the Sinistrals before going after the final boss was going to weaken them because the final boss has more phases based on how many of them are alive. So that makes sense there, yeah, but I didn't expect it to drop that quickly. Whoops. Ah, well. Still, it feels good to know that I still have good old-school RPG skills to win, even when the game puts me on the back foot. Yeah, I do genuinely like the gameplay, the kind of builds you can make on the characters, the many different playable characters, the set pieces, all of this game was really good. It's just the end game was a little weak in my opinion. Mostly in the fact, like I said, the final dungeon was not nearly as interesting as, say, World of Darkness or Final Fantasy III, which was another abyssal area with an androgynous final boss. Actually, that's not true. They're both distinctly feminine. Although Cloud of Darkness always refers to herself as the Royal We. So I don't know. Even I'm just using, I just go by she because that's what Square Enix does. Well, whatever. Yeah. It didn't. Yeah, I was wondering about what kind of reveals would go, and it seems like, yeah. Even though, like, there were a few interesting ones, like, despite the opening making it seem like the Archfiend was some sort of demonic monster or something, all the evidence in-game we have was that he was a human. I mean, a very powerful one with powers of the Abyss, to be sure, but human all the same. Likewise, the Matriarch was, someone who just had the same powers, as proven by Sarah and, the boy both having those abyssal powers, and she just happened to use them for good. Yeah, as much as I wish I could have brought in some emergency items like the Staves of Vivacity, or gotten Shadow Servant onto more people like Nora and Undine, I think it's fine for we were fine in the end. And it's nice that the game does allow all those different strategies, so even when I didn't exactly have the best team or setup, I was still able to make it work, even if just through the old school way of grind past it. But the fact that that's even an option at all is nice as well. Some would put a hard cap, although as you saw, I still had to take that fight seriously, because getting too cocky almost lost me the fight against the Fire Sinistral, well, honest, which would have been a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, Katarina. Katarina's the only playable character you cannot recruit if you aren't specifically playing as her, which surprised me a bit, but but yeah, I guess it makes sense, given her role in the story. Yeah, there were a lot of characters I liked but couldn't bring. Like, as I mentioned, I didn't find out Fulbright was playable until later, and likewise Tiberius came after everything else had already ended, although I'm still kind of unsure if Tiberius is a good guy or not. Well, on one hand, he was involved with the attack on the Desert Kingdom that Khalid and his princess were from, but on the other side, he also, But on the other side, he did also side against Maximus and did everything to help us prevent the false messiah from rising to power. Now, whether or not I like this game better than Romancing Saga 2, that one's a really tough question, honestly. I've only played these two, but Romancing Saga 2 I'm still really biased in favor of, simply because there's no other game like it. Like, some other games like Fire Emblem, Genealogy of the Holy War do take place over multiple generations, but they aren't quite the same as following the development and growth of a nation rather than a specific individual. And I'm guessing that's why they chose that one specifically. I do like this game too, but I do think they made the right choice, giving a 3D remake of Romancing Saga 2 first. This one I'm sure I'll learn even more about the story if I were to play as other characters, but as I've mentioned, I've been very addicted to other games going on now lately. Here from Marvel Rivals and Monster Hunter Wilds, as mentioned earlier, so, well, I'm not sure if I'll do another playthrough on stream. I could do it on my own time, but, yeah. Although I guess looking at it, this was only an hour. Wow, I really did overgrind, didn't I? Ah, well. Part of the reason I overgrinded was largely because I didn't want it to take, I wanted to get rid of all of it in one go. Like I said, with so much on my plate, I wanted to get at least one ending and decide from there. And hey, I've did multiple runs of Freedom Planet and some others, so who knows. I don't want to promise anything because I don't want to guarantee it, but it's good to know the option is available to me if I ever feel like it, at least. Because while I do probably like Romancing Saga 2 a little more than this one, I do appreciate a lot of what this one brings to the table, because like I said, I tried to avoid grinding or fighting too many enemies in 2 because life points were not easy to come by. I couldn't restore them easily, but because this one lets you heal them so easily, I'm willing to take a lot more risks and to do some more dangerous attempts. Hence, fighting bosses way too tough for me, or my silliness with the water dragon. All things that I wouldn't have done if they were in 2, simply because I was a lot more conservative there. Oh hey, it's neat. It's recreating my final blow on Oblivion. Yeah, Doppelganger is absolutely insane. Overcoming Death's Reign. Watch Julian's ending. And I'm genuinely glad that I chose Julian as my first character, because he does feel like a JRPG main character where he won't turn down someone who arrives to his doorstep and is in need. He falls in love with a princess, and it helps them both. It might even be nice to play as Monica as well, just because she'll offer a lot herself. Like I said, I had a rough time with her at first because I didn't know what direction to take her build, but as soon as I got her the spear and earth magic, I knew, okay, I know exactly where I'm going with her. So that felt good. And Julian himself, I was going to go with Bo's. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself, aren't I? Oh well. I'm proud of the team I was able to make. I had a fun time. It was genuinely great. I do hope they consider this one. I can see why this was the more popular than 2, even if I personally like 2 a little better. But yeah, they're really good stuff, and I guess I should. I don't want to call the stream here because it's so early. It's only been like an hour. But that's fine. I'm going to... Alright. What I'll do is I'll switch games, but I'll end the... If you're watching this on YouTube, the VOD will end here, so you can just... If you only care about Romancing Saga 3, you can just have a good night then. So, if you're on Twitch Live, stick around. Otherwise, until next time. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you later.